Hello, everyone. I'm Tracy Derwin, and today I'm going to share my results that I've had with using the AquaCure for about a month now. So, October 13th, I did a video with George Wiseman, who is the inventor of this machine called the AquaCure. And luckily, he was nice enough to gift me one. So I was able to start using it, and I'm going to share my experience with it so far and show you kind of how it works. And I know a decent amount of you guys bought it, so thank you so much. We do get a little kickback every time our discount code is used, and it's Brush Junkie, 2 words. And we'll put all this information in the description. So, 2 people in my family have used it, my daughter and myself. I'll explain my daughter's case. She had a cut on her ear that wasn't healing and it had been over a month, and it was like oozing, and I was getting kind of concerned. I was going to take her to the doctor, but she put the AquaCure, the water, the bubbled water on a cotton and put it on her ear for like an hour a day. And within 3 days, it was completely healed. And now it's completely gone. So that was pretty quick. That happened really fast. And as far as me, I have anemia. So I was struggling with my energy level. I was like gasping for air, just, walking or going up a short flight of stairs. And I was getting a muscle weakness, which I had never experienced before. So I had been feeling like that for about 4 months, and I didn't exercise at all during that time. Previous to that, I was doing like 2 strength classes a week and cardio maybe once or twice a month. And I completely stopped doing that because I was so tired, my body was fatigued, and I just didn't have the motivation to do much. And I was needing to sleep a lot, which I normally don't need that much sleep. So, yeah, I was getting concerned because the recommendations that my doctor gave me weren't making a difference. So that was the main reason I was really interested in getting one. And I think it would have got one. It would have taken some time to save up because I know it's not cheap. But I was just really excited that he was nice enough to give me one. So I'll show you guys like kind of how it works. It's it's maybe a foot tall and maybe, I don't know, 13, 14 inches deep, and it was very easy to put together. I put it together by myself pretty quickly, and he'll give you instructions when you get it. And the solution, you have to mix a solution to put in the machine. That took about 2 hours. You have to mix the lye with water, let it cool, and put the right amount into the machine. So total setup, maybe 3 or 4 hours. And then it has like a timer, so between 1 and 60 minutes, you could set it here. I know you can't see it from there, but when I put it on, there are 2 numbers here, and you can't hear it on camera. It does have a noise, so um, you can't hear it, but it does make noise, not a lot. You know what? Before I do that, I wanted to share what I experienced so far. I forgot to do that. So, about a week after I started using it, and this is with drinking and inhaling like twice a day for about 15 minutes, I was able to start exercising like my regular schedule from before. So, the past 3 weeks, I've done the strengthening class twice a week. So that's pretty miraculous. Also, when I went back, I was concerned that I wouldn't have the strength to do the class because it's mainly strengthening. But I actually did a really good job, and the recovery wasn't bad. I would have expected to have like a lot of soreness for a couple of days, but I didn't get that sore. So I feel like the recovery was a lot easier because I've been using this machine. And And I also noticed my skin started to look better. Like I got my color back and it just looks a little smoother and like younger. So I have noticed that. And so I'll put it on and kind of show you guys how I use it. So there's two canisters. I use distilled water. I buy the water. So this is the first canister. So this is where the gas goes into first. And that like purifies the gas. And then there's a second canister here that has the water that I drink. And it also has a cannula for when you want to inhale. So that's right here. And you have to buy the cannulas separately, but they're very inexpensive. So that's your setup. Um, I started out inhaling like 15 minutes twice a day, and now I'm up to about 30 minutes 2 to 3 times a day. So you're supposed to like start out slow and then kind of work your way up. Um, initially when I first started drinking the water and inhaling, I didn't feel like an immediate difference. It took about a week. So yeah, that was my experience. I guess I had the expectation that I would start drinking the water and like feel amazing right away. That didn't happen with me. Um, and something I haven't experienced, but it's only been a month. I haven't had those stomach issues that I was dealing with, like the upset stomach. So I don't know if it's this. I would have to use it longer to really know. But so far, I think for me it has been worth it because I can do what I used to do before I started, feeling sick. And even my kids notice that I'm able to do more. I have more energy. I just feel like my old self. So that was really, really great to hear because before I was not doing a lot of things that I normally would have done. I was staying home for certain activities. And even when I was home, it was really hard for me to get everything done around the house. So I was falling back on, what I had to take care of. So, for me, it has been a big difference. I don't think I would have experienced that without this, like just doing like the change in diet and the supplements that wasn't improving my condition. I do also want to mention, and one of our subscribers said that he goes to a cancer center in Irvine and they use this machine. And I did see a video of George talking about that there are 3 cancer centers that use his equipment and that he donated some to them. And they're not allowed to like give him feedback, but they're all continuing to use the machine. Yeah, so the next time I do an update, I'll try to get George to come back, and then he can give more information. There's not a ton of info that I could find online aside from what George gave me. So I wanted to make this, and yeah, there's also a option. I forgot to mention. There's an option to change the frequency of, I don't fully understand it, but there's a frequency adjustment, and you could use the Solfeggio tones. And I'm still learning about that and like testing out the different frequencies, but different frequencies are associated with different results. For example, I use the 528. That seems to be working for me, but they have like, for example, 852, And so 528 associated with transformation, miracles, and DNA repair. So that's what I use. And I did feel like the lower frequency, the 432, made me like a little too relaxed, and then I would fall asleep. But this one seems to work for me better. Oh, and I did want to also say that not everyone can tell when the water is gassed enough. I can't tell. So I do end up like putting the water back if it's been sitting out for a while to rebubble it. But some people can. One person in my family can tell the difference, but the rest of us can't. So that's going to be depend on, each person. And if you go out for work every day, I think you should be able to drink this all day with the amount that's in this canister. It is easier if you're home, like I work from home, so I'm able to get the water whenever. But I bubble it for about, on average, like 20 minutes. That seems to do the job. And I only use distilled water. Once in a while, I'll put just bottled water in the drinking water part. So, yeah, if you did get one, please leave your experience in the comments, or you could email me, whether it's good or bad. And you can also email George directly, and he will get back to you if you have questions. So, yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.